All right, guys, we are back with round one hat format at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got Nate on the left playing Spellbooks versus Tyler on the right playing Geargia. So these two were actually our only Spellbook players no, they weren't the only ones, but they were the main Spellbook players. But Tyler switched decks after he got his one win. They both won once on the channel with Spellbooks in hat format. Anyway, let's see who will move on with a round one win. Nate dualities into Justice of Prophecy. Now, Tyler only plays hat. He has one win on the channel, while Nate doesn't play much hat, but he did win once in hat, like I mentioned earlier, and he's got 3 wins in Edison format. I would say Nate's more kind of I would say he's definitely a regular. So he added Justice, but didn't like summon it or anything. So here Tyler normal summons Geargia Arsenal and special summons 2 accelerators from his hand. Geargia Accelerator, little toy cards effect is you can special summon from your hand if you control a face-up Geargia monster. So it looks like he's going to XYZ summon probably Geargia X. Yes. That one you need 2 level 4 machine monsters to summon it. Its effect is you can attach a material to add a level 4 lore machine monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. But Nate breakthrough skilled it, which negates the face-up monster effect until the end of the turn. And it also has another effect in the graveyard, but if it comes up, I'll go over it. So he already leaves Nate at 4k, then uses Geargia Arsenal's effect. Arsenal's effect is you contribute itself to special summon a Geargia monster from your deck in face-up defense position. And Geargia Armor's effect is once per turn you can set it, and has another effect when it's flipped. You add a Geargia monster from your deck to your hand, except Geargia Armor. So now Nate activates Crescent. That card has a few restrictions, but basically it says you reveal 3 spellbook spell cards from your deck with different names and randomly add one to your hand, then the rest gets shuffled. And all the spellbook spell cards, I believe, are hard once per turns. So hits a 4, hits the middle one. The other 2 will get shuffled. And here comes Justice that we know he grabbed off Duality last turn. And looks like he's going to activate Masters. So Spellbook of the Master, you have to control a Spellcatcher type monster and reveal a Spellbook spell card in your hand to copy the effect of a normal Spellbook spell card in your graveyard. And it does target, but a lot of people are main decking DD Crow. So Tyler chains Crow to the Crescent, so it makes the Master fizzle. Now he's still going to activate Justice effect. Justice effect during, I believe during your end phase, if you activate a Spellbook spell card previously this turn, you can banish it to add a Spellbook spell card from your deck to your hand, and a level 5 or higher light or dark spellcaster type monster from your deck to your hand. So it's a +1, but Tyler had Divine Wrath. Discards Wing Blast to negate the Justice effect. Yeah, this is not looking good for Nate. Hopefully he has something to stop this, because he's about to flip armor and search for Gigant X. So he's going to get 2 searches. And you're at 4k, so let's hope that back row can do something. Or this might be a quick game 1 for Tyler. The former Spellbook player. His deck profile is up on the channel if you guys want to, play Spellbooks in hat format. Now, who am I rooting for? 100% Spellbooks. I hope Nate can win this one, because I don't know. Geargia, we have a few Geargia players at the local. The decks perform pretty well, but all right, so he flips armor, searches accelerator, tries to use Gigant X's effect, but Nate is forced to Phoenix Chain the Gigant X. Now, it looks like Tyler's got a spell card in his hand and 1 accelerator that he searched for armor. So he can either A, reset the armor, or make a Gigant X. But I don't know what the correct move is here. Geargia is a deck that I've never really played. I played it once at our very first hat local, but it's not a deck that I played in the past. Like, neither was Sylvan's. During hat format, I played Madolche's and the hat deck. Those were the 2 decks I played during that time. So looks like, yeah, Nate didn't draw much. So Tyler takes game 1. Will Nate pull off the Legacy 2-0? Come on, Nate, I'm rooting for you, man. So Nate with the duality again reveals Crescent, Blue Boy, and Justice. Again, Crescent has some restrictions. I think if you duality, you can't play Crescent that turn. I told Nate whenever I ran, because I actually ran Spellbooks back in 2013. This was out after Judgment Day got banned, so I didn't play it at full power. I remember duality and Crescent contradicting each other. I played both, but they did contradict at times. All right, so Nate is going to decide between Justice and Blue Boy, but he already has a Justice in his hand, I think. So why grab a second one? Unless if he's trying to make a High Priestess live, it's possible. But instead, he decides to go for the blue boy. So blue boy, let's see if he's going to normal summon. Yeah, blue boy's effect is when it's normal or flipped, you add a spellbook spell card from your deck to your hand. He adds secrets. Secrets adds a spellbook card from your deck to your hand, so you can grab blue boy as well. And it looks like Nate searches tower instead of master. My guess is he's playing around DD Crow. Especially after he saw it game 1. So he just grabs tower, the field spell for spellbooks. I thought he was going to go like the master play, but I'm guessing he's playing around DD Crow by doing this move. All right, let's see. What will Tyler do now? Looks like Tyler's going to set 3 back rows. Yep, 3 back rows from Tyler. I don't know where did he get this juggling thing from. All right, so yeah, there's the master. So he chose not to use master. I'm guessing this is how he's playing around Crow. But he chained. So Nate tried to activate Spellbook of the Tower's effect, or Grand Tower, whatever it's called. Its effect is if you control a spellcaster type monster on your field or in your graveyard, during your standby phase, you return a Spellbook spell card from your graveyard to the bottom of your deck and you draw 1 card. But Tyler did have the Crow. So he chained MST to stop the tower effect. Then Nate activated another master, and Tyler obviously had the Crow and made the master fizzle. All right, still looking good for Nate. The Justice is going to activate at the end phase, and he's going to hit him with Blue Boy. So Tyler's hand's kind of bad. Surprisingly, he did not see Geargia armor, which they played 3 arsenal, 3 armor. And we'll see if he has Geargia gear. But here he Divine Wraths, discards Ancient Gearbox. Okay. I know my friend Cam the Man Neil was playing that card. He just drew Regeki Break. Oh, God, Tyler's hand is awful. Yeah, we're going to game 3. I'm almost positive. Nate is up a bunch of cards, and Tyler's hand is pretty bad. All right, so here he MSTs. No, not the Geargia gear. Okay, Regeki Break. That's actually not that bad. You trade MS. It's a 2 for 2 now. It looked really bad, but it's still not looking good for Tyler. Unless if that back row is Geargia gear. That's the only way I think he wins this game. Or gets back into this game. I don't think he's winning either way, but yeah, he needs Geargia gear really bad. All right, so let's see what is Nate going to do here. I think Nate could just search Fate, and it's pretty much GG, right? How many spellbooks does he have in the graveyard? That matters. So he chose to get Eternity. See, if I'm Nate, I'm trying to get to Fate. Because the only way Tyler gets back in this game is if he draws like a Geargia gear or a way to get to armor. But he XYZ summons both the blue boys into Shining Elf, hits them. And now Eternity grabs Secrets. Yep, he has 3 spellbooks. He has Master, Eternity, and Secret. So he chose to get the Tower. See, I think he should have grabbed the Fate. And then he has Wisdom in his hand, Tower, and I think he has the Brick, Spellbook of Life. I don't think I would play that card. I get it. You want the option to go get it, but it's such a bad draw. All right, so end phase. There it is, the Geargia gear. That's why I said he should have grabbed Fate. And then he could have stopped whatever Tyler decides to go for with Fate. Unless you were just hoping that wasn't Geargia gear. But I feel like that's like the only way he loses. But I think he's still fine. He's probably going to go Exciton Knight now. Yep. Exciton Knight. So Exciton Knight's effect is if your opponent controls more cards on the field and in both players' hands than you do, destroy all other cards in the field, and your opponent takes no further battle damage for its turn. Its effect is once per chain, quick effect during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase. So yeah, he blows everything up, and it looks like he's going to try to activate Tower's effect. Tower has the field spell for spellbooks has a second effect. You can but it can miss timing, so you got to be careful there. Because it's a win effect. Yeah, he's thinking about searching for the field spell. And like special summons a spellcaster depending on how many spellbook spell cards are in your. I don't remember because that effect hardly ever comes up. So yeah, this is not looking too good for Nate now because of the Exciton Knight, and he passed, and we know he's got that dead Spellbook of Life in his hand that I don't like. I know all Spellbook players play it, but I'm just looking at it, I might be willing to cut that card. Like it's such a bad draw. I might be willing to just cut it. I get it. It's always nice. So his hand is Priestess, Life, and another card. So now he just summons Accelerator and pokes him for 19 and 14. He passes. Oh, he just drew another Priestess. And yeah, he slams down his hand. So his hand was double Priestess, MST Life. That's a, like I said, maybe if he searches the Fate, Nate wins. That's my guess. I think he wins if he searches the Fate. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that match. And Tyler's moving on with a round 1 win. I was rooting for Spellbooks, unfortunately, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out the link in the description. I have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. The code is my first and last name, Oscar Zelaya, one word, all caps. Yep, I'll see all you guys next time. Bye.